It's your boy KJ. We finna get to this chart. We finna have a good day, amazing day. Just now hopping on. It's gonna be 9:34, well, Eastern Standard Time. So we finna get on the chart, see what we see. It's no news today, so usually if there's no news, 9:50, 10:50 is gonna be the setup, or down, or I wait for more confirmation, but it depends on what we see. Right now, I don't see anything right now because I just hopped on. But if I mark up the charts, all that good stuff, and finna get started. So let's get it. Looking for price to stay in this upper half. If we want to continue to go higher for these highs. Trying to get a little TP1 right here. So this, I'm taking partials at midnight open. We had inversion for value gap right here. So that was something I was looking at. I thought I was very, able to get in. And then what I did for my stop loss was did consequent encouragement of that breakaway gap. So I didn't risk everything. I didn't take my stop loss way down here. I just did the consequent encouragement of it. So right now we literally tapped it to the T. I seen like it to the point. So just kind of again bring it down just a little bit. Let's see if we get filled right there. And yeah, at that point, since I look, I should have been filled, but if I didn't, it's all good. We're gonna put a break even. It's all good. And we're gonna see these price targets and see if we can get them hit. Like I said, at least we get TP1 and then hold the runner for TP2. I'm not for sure because this is new week open the gap, and so I'll make it stop out for the rest. But you see. So TP1 is hit. Like I said, we was aiming for that midnight opening. That's why we took partials right there. Again, you was in here. You see that I was talking about the SMT right there. So now that we got that trade partial played out right there, now we're gonna see if we can get the new week opening gap higher. Hey, we do some extension out here. If we don't, it's cool. I'm aware this is SMT at this point. We're nowhere near these highs on ES. So now, like I said, taking partials right there. Then literally just waiting. Like I said, it could be stopped out for the rest. It's cool. Maybe we get some more extension. Probably bring this down just a little bit. Maybe a little bit above midnight. It's not bad. Got right there. See what we're doing. Just trying to measure out. So we'll continue to potentially go up in here. This is in the 2298, 22,184 range. If we continue to hold this and extend one more leg up. If not, we could be looking for a reversal or looking for a deeper retracement and then look for another entry to get up higher. But like I said, partials pay. Most importantly, when these days happen, like they don't happen all the time. They don't happen every single day. I'm not in charts this long. But when price action is moving accordingly, that's why I'm trying to look to attack. And I'm realizing that if every day is not like this, then I'm going to try to put more emphasis on trying to stay a little bit longer if I still see the setup, but still being patient. That's the biggest thing about that, still being patient. So, yeah, it's a clean day. Good day. More going. It's 11-ish, 11 something, I don't know. And yeah, we're finna get rolling. I'm trying to hoop today after work. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hoop. Trying to show some more videos, some clips, and yeah, it'll work. All right, y'all. We finna go to the gym, follow the rules, took 2 dubs, follow the rules. It's not even about the dubs, it's more about the psychology and how we was trading. So really proud of myself on that. Ready to go on that. Put the Discord, like I said, you go out to see it live. If you want to see it, go put on there. Pick up the pace on some of this stuff, like have some talks, have some realizations of things you go through mentally and things like that. So it's like telling yourself like want to provide value, obviously, but just want to help people in the community and things like that. And obviously in psychology, it just helps my psychology helping people. Like it really do. Like it helps me feel better about myself that I'm helping more people and keeping some of the things that out of my comfort zone. Like getting out of my comfort zone was just like helping people, streaming, notating how to do this, how to do that. Don't mind helping people, but obviously it takes a level of confidence that you got to take in, and you don't want to steer somebody in the wrong direction, right? So you want to make sure that you know what you're talking about or know ways you can provide. And then once you get over that hump, now it's just getting that certainty, like, okay, especially with trading, because you're not going to win every single trade, right? You're not going to win every single trade, but it's like having that context and being like, okay, am I trading the same way? Am I looking for the same things? Am I continuously getting better? And that's what I wanted to provide. That's what I want to be able to do. And that's what we are here to do. So physically and mentally, because now after the charts, I'm not just sitting here. I finna go get some fresh air, go play some basketball, do something like that, something you enjoy, and then I'll come back and do a lot more, a lot of content, a lot of work. I'm getting everything going, so it's like I probably would showcase that. So after I do a trade breakdown, I'll probably showcase some of the like behind the scenes, like really all of the content editing, all that good stuff. Really, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, especially I'm getting a team like that, but I know it needs to be done. I'm going to do. I'm not making excuses, but it's just like it's a lot. So we're gonna get this going. W day. Like I said, you don't understand some of the trades. Like I said, I got some videos already, but definitely stay tuned because I'm gonna put a lot more videos talking about how to trade, how you're able to see the market, and have some more market reviews and trade recaps, so you can break it down. And especially in Discord, I'm probably doing some each daily or every other day, making those videos be on there. Then some entwining them to the video. So a lot of things happening. So we're finna start pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The account with the fund account and Spurs accounts. You know, trying to get more funds and add them up. You know, but it's the rules and ways to do it. So you know, so yeah, finna get in this and finna be out. So what I was seeing is this is my new week opening gap. Got my lines right here. So these levels are new week opening gap. And while I was seeing, I was extremely bullish. We came down here, swept this liquidity, and I wouldn't say extremely bullish, but I was more favoring the bullish side. But I did have sell side liquidity marked out. And the reason I had marked out is because I will move that field projection. The reason I had marked out is because I was looking at this 1 hour busy or city, and I was looking at it for us reacting here, and then I was looking at how we trade up here and seeing who was going to rotate lower off of that. But I was looking at how low we were after sweeping this liquidity, then come down to this wick. I was favoring buy side. So I'm going to say I was like 60-40. But I was, again, obviously you got to read the charts, kind of be fluid with the day because anything can happen. So more likely being bullish today. I saw that in the 15-minute we had this bullish fair value gap right here that shit kept holding price. So again, when we ran this in real time, and you can see in the stream, when we ran this down close candle, I was literally looking. I was like, okay, we could be coming for this low. We could be coming for this daily low. Like I'm looking for it as a continuation. I literally wanted us to come when we came back up. I was looking how we trade. If we trade back up, disrespecting all this, then I was like, okay, if we disrespect all this, then this could be the draw. This could be the draw, and you know, just it could be a lot of different draws going back up. Going to the 5-minute, kind of can see what I was looking at again, more real time. 5-minute, this is that busy of the 15-minute bullish fair value gap. You can see we trade down there. I'm looking at how we trade back into this fair value gap right here, and you can see that we just, strongly close above. Now, when we close strongly above like this is where I was kind of looking at, okay, if we are to get these highs, which is London highs and these equal highs right here, if we was to get that, well, I even want this trade to come back down here. Not necessarily. I wouldn't really want this trade to come back down in this fair value gap if we were really going for these highs. So on the 2-minute, I just go to 2-minute. You can see that we had consolidation went up, took out these people right here, came back down. I know probably somebody trade this entry. For me, it didn't because it was at 932. Came down, swept this liquidity, and I was literally in real time. I'm looking how we trade in this fair value gap. Do we start rotating lower? Because I knew this new open gap right here. Do we start rotating lower, matching that sell side, and then we start aiming lower? As you can see, we have green candle, and literally making this be a BPR, I should say. We have one single pass down, one single pass up, like one candle down, one candle up. So this, in my opinion, is a BPR. I think the 1 minute looks even cleaner. Look at that, right? That's what I was looking at. So you have one candle down, one candle up. So in my opinion, this was a BISI, or excuse me, I keep saying BISI, a BPR, a balanced price range. And when I noticed there was a balanced price range, I went ahead and got in at this inversion fair value gap. So let me zoom in real quick. This is an inversion fair value gap. This was price. This was a BISI that came down, and we start closing candles above here. Now I got in literally like right here. You can see on the video, whatever. And when I got in right here, I kind of put my stop. Basically, consequent encouragement of this. So something like this. Consequent encouragement of right here. Put my stop. A consequent encouragement of that. And I told myself, okay, if
if it was to go up these highs, I'm expecting this to be a breakaway gap, right? And the way I was expecting it, because if we are so close to these liquidity or so close to hitting these targets, I don't want it to even spend time to come down here. We already got manipulation. We got high, we got low. We already took these people out. Like, there's no reason for us to come back down here. If we do, that's cool. I mean, it's trade's not invalid, but it's more likely if we were to draw up here, the trade's just more bear if we come here. So I use the inversion for value gap level right here. And like I said, stop loss was not here. Stop loss was below consequent encouragement of this. Again, you can see we took partials in real time right here at midnight open, and I left a runner to get half of this extension. So what does that extension look like? I will tell you, because I got you. So my brain was thinking, okay, cool. I took TP right there. It was TP1 and TP2 right here. How did I know TP2 is going to be right here? It did stop me out. Not stop me out, but it did put me up, stop. I had 10 or 20 contracts, took 10 off right here. Then his other 10 got filled right here because I put my stop loss right there. And you can see we got tagged. It was okay because we ended up going back up into this 22.90.86. And I literally called it or talked about that level in the trade. And the reason I did is because I did a fib extension off of this. So I grabbed the buys of the candles of this leg right here. So this is a manipulation leg in my opinion. So you can technically grab this, but in my opinion, since this was the last stop raid that happened, internal stop raid that took all these people out, and then we went back and started going up higher, how much higher can we go? You can literally see that this was a very good projection on the dot right there. And then we start rotating lower. And what I did is I don't ever aim for this -1 extension. Like with this far, this much room, I always in my brain I do like a little half of this. So not literally half of like a half of a half. I'm finna show you. I'm finna have to show you because I just eyeball it now. But technically, what I do is this, right? So that's half, right? So then I would take half of that half. I would like half of that. It's nothing. It's not. Again, I just eyeball it, right? This is what I do. That gave me that. That gave me that like that area right there. So I'm not looking for a -1 to be hit, and in this case it did on the T. I'm just looking for half of -1, half of -1. Again, you're gonna see. It's a good example because like you'll see a lot of times where half, like I'm trying to explain it. Half of this right here, what came down, right? That was the one extension, right? And I can't just half this up because in my opinion, it's the same target. And that's going to happen a lot. And that's why, this is why I did this. So this is going to happen a lot. With this target, my TP1 is the same target of TP of half of this. So in my brain, I was like, okay, well, let me just always aim half of this. Because I don't think it could leave a run to -1, but I want to still give it some breathing room. But I don't want to have the same TP1. My TP1 and TP2 will look the exact same. It doesn't make sense to me. So I knew wick open gap was right here, a little above that. So I just, like I said, I just halved it up between these extensions. Got me that like 29.87. I talked about it right there. I think this level right here, which in my opinion was still a good trade. So it's like what 100, 200 ticks. Well, we got 140 ticks, something like that, and then end up going for 200 from the entry. But again, it's all good. So sometimes it's gonna come down, and the value was. I could technically should have did this, but I feel like just playing safe, especially after I took profits or partials. But yeah, that's that trade. And like I said, the other trade was over here. And I will talk about that trade in another video. So